I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, Augustown.
Coming up in this video, transgender Ashanti Dolly aka Little Kev shared her life story. She spoke about seeking asylum in South Korea, and then she had to leave after doing so well in a club due to the fact she failed to renew her ID. After Dolly Ashanti was taken into custody, she was given two options: to stay in custody and reapply for the asylum in Korea, or she could apply for asylum in a next country that does not require visa entry. However, she chose to go to a next country, and that was Argentina. After successfully entering Argentina, Dolly Ashanti said she had to learn the language, and they speak Espanol. And so she did just that, and she was doing fine until one night she was mugged by two strange men, and that night was the night she lost her finger. After experiencing this traumatic event, Dolly Ashanti decided she needs to go somewhere where she at least have somebody that, if anything, she would at least have some type of support system, due to the fact she knows nobody in Argentina. Before she reached at seeking asylum any at all, she spoke about her childhood and how she experienced rape by her own uncle. And then in the end, the victim, which would be him, a little boy, was blamed. And that's when him end up in the gully. But back to seeking asylum. So after Argentina and that incident happened, he had no choice, but him decided to listen. I'm gonna go somewhere I would at least have somebody in the case of any emergency, any event whatsoever. And so him seek asylum in America with MACY help, of course. MACY funded it, and it was successful. She explained because of this, she was loyal to MACY and felt like she owed her some kind of obligation. And because of this now, every little bickering MACY in her, she had to be in it. So after watching the live, I get to understand say people will make mistakes. People have them story, everybody have them demons, nobody is perfect. And we're learning as we grow. The greatest thing, she acknowledge her mistakes and she knows that she should not have done the things she did in the past. She apologized and she asked for forgiveness. And really and truly, I don't think nobody in a position for condemn nobody at all. That's God's job. God is the judge of every single sin. Everyone. And no sin is really higher than none. Yes, some are an abomination, but sin, a sin, and a one judge, and that's God.
I was born September the 7th. When I was a child, I remember I used to sleep with my mom. Me and my mother used to sleep. I used to love sleeping with my mom. I was spoiled because I'm the last one. I'm the last one for my mom. I was very spoiled. I didn't know who I was or what I was. But all I know is that I was very feminine. I didn't know my sexuality. I remember one night I was sleeping with my mom and we heard bang, bang, banging on the window. When we heard banging on the window, it was one of my uncle. He came to tell my mom that my brother got shot up by Judgment Yard. That's where Sizzler live. Because I used to live near Sizzler. Sizzler know my dad. My dad is very homophobic. Because culture mentality, the Rasta mentality him have. He has a Rasta mentality. Him and them a friend. The Bobo Dread them and Sizzler and the whole of them. But my brother went up by, there was a party up there, I guess, and he went there, and basically what was said and what was the rumor in the community had it that the person wanted to shot someone, and the person where shoot the shot after the person, it shot the person but got through the person's head and go hit my brother. My brother never did survive it. That was one of my brothers. That one was Junior was very smart, very intelligent like myself, yeah. He would have really done a lot if he was alive. So he passed away, and my mom had to bury him, whatever. I was about six, 7, and I remember my dad said he was going away. He was going away to work or something like that. But basically my dad was leaving the country. He went to England. My dad left. I didn't see back my dad or hear back from my dad for a while. Till my mom decided she was going to leave too, because she was a single mom. So she was there taking care of me, my brother Belly, and my sister Munchi. We all, three of us lived with my mom at the time. And things really got kind of hard. And she left and she went to Nassau, Bahamas to work on a ship. And I had to go to my grandma. I don't know, I think my sister went down by her dad in Mountain View. And my brother, I don't know where he went. But we all split up. I remember I was still going to school, Augustone Primary, big up Augustone Primary School. Big up my teacher, them. They loved me. I was genuinely loved. I was always getting good in my grades. I was very smart, very intelligent. Anyone can say that about me in my school. Until my dad wanted me to come over to where he is now in England. Big up to my granddad. Rest in peace, granddad. My granddad went through so much. He went through so much to help me get my visa. Not my visa. Help me get my passport and everything to leave to go to England. I went to England at the age of about 9, 10, I think. About 9, 10, whatever. About 9, 10 or 11. I was young when I went to England. When I went to England, I was excited. I was happy, to see my dad. I haven't seen him for years, so I was happy. And I was so excited. Met my stepmom, went to England, everything. Started going to school there. Got into school. The first school I went to was Ruthven Primary. After I left from Ruthven Primary School, I went to Eastbury Comprehensive. When I was going to Eastbury Comprehensive, I was about 11, 12. And that's when my feminine attitude started coming out more. The feminine attitude, the feminine side of me came out more. And my dad would yell at me. I said, if I act like a boy, when I talk to my dad, I had to talk with bass in my voice. But I had to try. It was hard for me because I was not that type of person. It was already in me. However, I got scared of my dad. I got very scared of my dad. And everyone around me saw it because he would yell at me when I speak soft or feminine. So it drove fear in me. It drove fear in me to the point where I never wanted to speak to my dad about anything. I was scared of him. I was feared for my life. And it started showing everyone. It started showing like everyone could have seen it. Even the teachers at school. When my dad came around me, I was quiet. I was calm. I never wanted to speak. My dad was a type of dad where when he speaks to me and I talk very soft, I would get slapping on my face. And he would say, talk like a fucking man. Talk to me like a boy. It got serious to the point where I was hit one day with this Hoover thing that they used to clean the house. And I had a bruise on my hands and I went to school. and they saw the bruise. And if y'all live in England, y'all will know that they take this very serious in England when you abuse a child. And the social worker got involved. I told them the truth that they were beating me at home. They asked me what do I want. I was young. I was naive. I could have gone to homes. I was young. You know, I told them that I want to go back to my mom. Yes, it was a wrong decision. A lot of you guys wouldn't have gone back home because, you know, opportunities in England, whatever. But I was young at the time. I've made some stupid mistakes. But I told them I wanted to go back home to my mom, and they helped me. In the meantime, it was a process, so I had to stay at home. They changed my school from where I was going, and they put me into an all-boys school. When they put me into an all-boys school, that made me very uncomfortable, because when it was break time, when I got lunch, I sat down at the back. I had to sit down at the back of the playground by myself because I never fit in. I never fit in because I couldn't play football, and that was just not my thing. When everyone was playing football, I was the only child that was sitting at the back of the playground because I just never fit in. And it affected me mentally too. Time came, time wind down. Big up to my teacher. My teacher, I don't remember his name, but he was a man who had a lot of sympathy on me because he saw that I was different. He saw that I was different, and I was trying to fit in. I was trying to fit in as a child. But I remember when I was leaving, they wrote notes to me. They wrote cards telling me how much they loved me and how I'm special. And, you know, it was time for me to go back to Jamaica. When I went back to Jamaica, my mom came for me at the airport with my granddad. All my families came for me. My granddad, my grandma, my sister, my mom was the only persons I remember came for me. I went back to Jamaica happy with the mindset of living a life and being myself. Back down to Augustown. When I went back down to Augustown, the first school my mom got me back into was the school down by Crossroad where you had to take the railroad to go to my school. John Mills? Is it John Mills? The one you take the John Mills, the one that the John Mills, a crossroad where you go through the railroad, you can go through the market and turn and go down. Yes, John Mills. That's the school I used to go to when I just got back to Jamaica after about a month or 2 months after being there. So I was going to that school, and I used to love dancing. When they end up at Jamaica, me used to dance swingy way. All of them song there, the dance move them, pan the river, pan the bank, all of the dance move them, I was following up and I was dancing. Me used to love dancing. All I would know me, I just don't know. Me used to go to dance to my dance, and me used to always use my clothes, design some clothes, some this fashion, something like, you know, because me did love dancing. I was 13 years old when I ended up back at Jamaica. I was 13. And I was a young boy going back to school. Love dancing, following up dancing. Still never know what my sexuality was. I never had sex with a guy, and I never had sex with a boy. I never knew who I was. Then one night, my uncle and I, Uncle Winston, I'm calling his name, Uncle Winston was an uncle that I had a lot of respect for and I looked up to. And I had a little Motorola phone at the time with a blue light on it. And I just came from a dance. Big up Manda and Bet. Amanda and Bet from August Sound that said, do the right thing, tell your mom. I want to take the time out to big them up. I just came from a dance. We all went to a dance and over river we came home and we chill and we did our talk about the dance still. Me go my ways and them go for them ways. So while I was in my bed laying down to sleep, it wasn't in my bed. I was mattress still up on the ground because we did get one, what she named that, Dorothy did move. And my mother, she did give my mother over her house. And my mother said like, oh, me and my sister big now, we can go over there, go stay and whatever. So I never have a bed at the time. I had a mattress and I put the mattress on the ground or whatever. And I lie down on it. So that's how I used to sleep. Because my mother did say we're a big penny. I was laying down, getting ready to sleep when my phone rang. Big up yourself there, baby. Yeah, man, overdose with the dead when that incident happened. I got a call from my uncle tonight. And my uncle called me. I said I should come down by his house. He wants to show me something. And I went down by my uncle's house as a 13-year-old child. And when I went down there, he closed the door behind me. And he put on a gay porn on the TV. When he put it on, I was shocked and frozen, because I've never watched something like this. I've never seen something like this. I didn't know where to go and see stuff like this. I've never seen two men in action. I've never seen two women in action. I've never seen a man and a woman in action. But yes, I've seen magazines with naked females because my uncle always had them in his under the where his TV is. So yeah, man, my cousin used to look at the magazine them we have with a girl and whatever. But I've never seen two females or two males or a female and a male doing it on a video or anything like that. So I froze and I was in shock. And I remembered he came on to me, taking off my clothes. And I was resisting, and he held me down in the couch. He held me down in the couch and forcefully did what he did to me by force. What made me more shocked and hurt was the fact that I was bleeding. And if anybody knows, anybody come from Augustown, they know about it. Because this was something that populated over Augustown. When all that happened and I left, I was so traumatized by what happened to me. I was so traumatized by what happened to me to the point where around 6, 7 o'clock, I went down by Manda and Bet's house and I sat down there. While sitting down there, I was staring out of space. I was uncomfortable. So they suspect that something was wrong. I got a call from my uncle again saying one of his friends is coming over tonight and I'm going to come look for him. I'm going to come look for them. And I said no, and I started crying. And Manda and Bet said, when I hung up the phone, they said, why you crying? Your mother gonna beat you. So I said no. And them said, no man, you might look like somebody gonna beat you. I said no, not do me. And them said, no man, somebody after they make you a ball. You there, you just start ball after you get the call. And them forced it out of me. Them forced it out of me. Manda and Bet forced it out of me. I'm going to tell them. So my Uncle Winston hold me last night. Hold me down out. And grape me off. And him just called me and tell me, say, when I'm friend I come. I'm for coming on that tonight. And I'm say, what you say, I lie here. I tell me, say, yeah, him just called me. And Madam Beck said, me for telling Madam, I said, I cannot tell her, I'm afraid. I was scared. I said, I can't tell her, I'm afraid. And I'm saying, you have to tell Bev. You have to tell your mother. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Sis, I'm afraid. And then I want my November next cousin named Tissan. Tissan said that's why I be a man and drive up in him car night time. I be a man, I see him carrying in a back of him car. You need to tell Bev. Them say, call Bev. You need to tell her. I'm call her and give them the phone because I never want to tell her myself. I call her, give them the phone. Them say, Bev, come down on my yard. I want to talk to you about something important. My mother come down. When my mother come down there, she just say she'll do something, I think cook or something. And she say, alright, give me a minute, me I come down. I come down there. And she come down after a little while, she come down. And when she come down, we go around at the back. Around at the back of them Manda and Bet's yard we go. And we go around at the back of the yard. Manda and Bet stand up. Me, Manda and Bet. Munchie come to my sister. And when them come and we run at the back now, Manda and Bet say, tell your mother what you just tell we. Tell your mother what you just tell we. up on my mother with tears in my eyes. And I said, Mommy, your brother great man for last night. Mommy was so shocked. And now that I'm mature and I'm older, I understand that my mom couldn't deal with it by herself. She couldn't deal with knowing that her brother would do this to her son, would do this to his nephew. So, because she couldn't deal with it on her own, she called my brother, Ivan, who was at the time a part of a gun gang. Hold on, guys. Everyone just wants to judge, and no one knows the moral of the story. Sorry, guys, I had to get something. After I'm done this, after I'm done talk, I'm off, and I just wanna breathe social media. I'm done. She called my brother, who is a part of a gang. You know, I've said I had to prove that what I'm saying is not a lie. And so I did. I called back my uncle, Winston, and I said, Uncle, what did you say? What you say? What about tonight? And he said, man, I'm a virgin, I come. And more you come up at the yard, and me and him fuck you off. At the same time, 1 minute trip in, and that was the proof I needed to prove. And I hang up the phone. When I hang the phone up, my brother licked me. My brother licked me with a pipe across my chest. And so since that happened to me, that means I'm a batty boy. I can't stay under the same roof with him. I have to leave. I remember, as I told you guys, I was going to John Mills at the time. I had to leave out of school. I had to drop out of John Mills school. I never get for graduate or leave. I had to drop out because I had to leave. I want you guys to listen to my story. Listen. Because when I tell you guys that all my life, I've always been blamed for everything, it's not a lie. Listen. All my life, I have been blamed for everything. And it's like I've always said this, and it's the truth. Sometimes I feel like I'm cursed. And this is why I pray so much. And I believe in God. Because all my life, I have been blamed for everything. It's like everything just always come down upon me. I had to drop out of school, fine. I dropped out of school. As a 13-year-old child, I end up on the road under the gully. When I end up under the road under the gully, I had to fend for myself. And I'm not going to hide it from any one of you guys. Yes, I had to sell my body. As a 13-year-old child, I had to do sex work to make sure I could buy a new marina for put on. I could have food to eat. And that's what I did. That's what I had to do. Now and then my granddad would come and see me meet him at halfway tree until like I could have, get my way around by myself. Being on the streets, things really was getting hard. And I think I saw some people from Augusta one time. I tell mommy say, like, me dip on the road under the gully and it looked terrible bad. And they must have delivered the message and she come out there one day and she take me up from there and she hide me in the car. Me go down to Augustown back. Done with my grandmother there and she beg my grandmother, help, please, help. My grandmother say, alright, she have one unfinished house at Portland where me can go. And my grandma bring me to the house of Portland. Go to the house of Portland. I was there on my own. Decided to give my life to God. Go to church, I got a prophecy. Call a Dunbar. Decided to get baptized. Things was just not working out. I just didn't feel, you know? Met a girl by the name, a transgender by the name of Tifa also, who we started going parties and stuff like that. You know, the gay parties and whatever. She was like such a good friend to me, like, you know, us she and all of we but that part, whatever, I meet people where still like me and I did start get comfortable being myself. Coming on and play, the first play I came in was called Believe Half of What You Say and None of What You Hear. That play didn't really took off. Give Umad forgive Mad, tell him for comment. That play never really took off, but the play that really took off was a play called Single Mother. And the play that took off was called Single Mother. Emily want me sis. May I get a mother. Really took off, guys, was Single Mother. I'm gonna show you guys it. The play took off, and how the play took off, I used to go to Green Gable Theatre, and my sister Shabada don't know me from Green Gable Theatre. Single Mother. Okay, here it is.
Featuring Mr. Bashment, Churchill, Miss Clemmy, Lil Kev, Whitney, and the Dolly. ATTITUDE, attitude. See that? Me didn't know enough. See that? Me didn't know, man. The proof is in the pudding. Featuring Mr.
That was the advertisement that was showing on CVM TVJ, and that was running on social and TVJ and CVM in Jamaica at the time. And that was a play that took off. How I got to be featured in that play, I did an interview on Watagwan. I don't know if you guys know Charm, that was on Watagwan. She was my friend like this. Charm is my friend, my baby, my sister. She know me from Bargain Mall, and she used to love my vibes. And me do an interview with her at the time, because I said, I don't know why Trevor hate me. I don't know why bad boy Trevor hate me. Like, every time I go on there, like, you know, it's always an issue. Big up Caroline Brown too, his ex-girlfriend that he was with at the time. She was a friend of mine too. And every time, even if I go look for Caroline, bad boy Trevor always have an issue. So I'm always, that's like, him have an issue with me. So when I do the interview, I talk about him. I call him in the interview. I say, I don't know why bad boy Trevor have an issue with me. I want the blood clot Trevor, I talk a bag of things. So they saw that interview. Maxwell Grant saw the interview, and at the time him and Shabada was having their dispute, which I didn't care about. But he saw that, and he saw that I had an attitude. That's my sister. Big up yourself, black baby. Big up her when you talk to her. Let her know I love her. They saw that Maxwell Grant see the interview, and he said, in his mind, he's saying, wow, this one good person for do and play with, cause him attitude him look spicy. The attitude, my attitude, how me that go on in the interview. Remember, no one was really out speaking like me or living at their truth like me at the time. Me did outspoken and me that go on and me lose a love chase and read on my head. Remember that back then, man. Remember good. LIL KEV that I were on Facebook at the time, fan page, prank call and all of the things them. So they knew me. They knew me. I was the only person that was out living my truth. I go on and I class and I go on with attitude. So when they saw that interview that I did on that, they contacted me. They reached out, found a way to contact me. And when they reach out to me, they say I should meet them up at Clock Tower Plaza. And meet them up at Clock Tower to Plaza. When I met them, it was Famba and Everton Dawkins and Chucho. Famba, Everton Dawkins and Chucho. There was this person called with the name of Famba, a Rasta guy. He was the one that came, Chucho, and also Everton Dawkins. Everton Dawkins is a writer of the play. I him write the play them. I him write Pasa Pasa. All the Pasa Pasa play them go and look written by who? Everton Dawkins. And I met them up there. We sat down around some drink. We had a conversation. You know, I signed my contract. You know, I was gonna be the star of the play. The play was written around me. You understand? Andrew was my name in the play. Andrew was my name. And the play was written around me. And that's what happened. They wrote the play around me. I was the star of the play. We are R.I.P. Trisha, big up yourself. I signed the contract. That was a good deal and all that. I started doing my plays, you know, and everything. And do the photo shoots them. Started the play take off, whatever. I did an interview and talk up youths also. They contacted me before I started the show, the play. And when they contacted me, they wanted to do an interview with me. The interview that I did, I spoke about what my uncle did to me, just like I told you guys. And I also spoke about encouraging parents to listen to their kids, build a bond with your kids, as this is all that I said. These are things that I'm saying in the interview, and I'm going to recap it for you guys to also see. Because as I said today, I'm not going through the hearsay. I'm coming with my proofs and receipts. You understand? And we're going straight up until now. We're going to have this conversation about now. I'm adjusting them, those, and all them, but I'm just not going to call anyone's name. The interview was about what I went through with my uncle, as I stated, opening mothers' eyes to listen to their kids and build a bond with their kids because of the experience that I went through on the road. As a 13-year-old child, I had to be involved in prostitution, extortion, selling my body as a 13-year-old child. So I was waking up parents. I was putting mothers on awareness. I was doing awareness for mothers to love and respect their kids, build a bond with their child, build a bond where your child can tell you any and everything, because it's not easy out there, because I was 13-year-old and I was going through these things. And I was saying, mothers, how would you feel to know that your belly pain is outside and so many men is taking disadvantage of your child? So many men are using and abusing your child. This is awareness that I went and talk up youth with. All right. So remember, that was one. Remember, guys, please remember, that was one tick. I got blamed for allowing my uncle to grade me. That was one. So make sure you guys remember that, because we're coming back, you know. All right. Because I want to just get straight to it.
Factor. Exchanging sex for money, goods, or services is a way of life for many poor women in developing countries. So they say. Yet, or are we blind eye to the fact that young men are now performing these favors?
Okay. Kevin, you are 13 years old. You don't have a certified application. You don't have subject or anything for work. Me have subject, you know, not because it's in my work back road. But you don't have a subject and you're young, so we're gonna take you. I bet you do me though, still. So I said, I don't know. Me never do that. Me don't know. You know, as I said, I'm young, so I don't understand. I don't know what to do. So if she even says for me to do it, I'm just gonna do. So I said, all right, cool. What am I gonna do? What do I have to do? Right. So I thought it was like having sex with females, and you know, guys with sex with females would pay to have sex. So I said, all right, cool. To find out that, I had to go to New Kingston and sell. And
that was my Talk Up Youths interview that was aired on CVM and TVJ. When I started doing my plays, when I was doing Single Mother, I was doing very good. I was making money. I was showing people genuine love. Things that are going good for me. When this interview came out, I was blamed again. Yeah, I was blamed again. I was blamed again. Chuchu, may your soul rest in peace. Love him, my brother. Chuchu blamed me and said I never had the right to speak out about this. I never had the right to speak about my uncle doing what he did to me. I never had the right to go on a TV show and speak about what I went through in my past. I never had no right, in spite of me trying to empower and encourage parents to love and respect them kids and build a bond with their kids, because of what happened to me. May I try to stop it from happening to other people's kids and try to stop it from happening to other youths out there. I was blamed again. The only person that stood beside me at this time was my boss, Everton Dawkins. Everton Dawkins said to me, Kev, right on in bed, me sit up on the bed edge, big up yourself, Everton. I forget you, Everton Dawkins, because you have a heart of a gold. You sit me down on the edge of the bed, and you sit me down on the edge of the bed, and you say, Kev, me can't tell you. Me can't tell you say you're wrong for do this, because I hear a story. But me can't tell you say it can be good and it can be bad. People can use it for tear down and it can mash up your career. But people can also have sympathy for you and support you. Make we see how it's gonna turn out. Because you have 3 shows booked for. Everybody else did that bash me in the production. Everybody else did against me. And so me never did for talk about it. Me did for shut up. I had to keep that inside of me. That should be a secret, and that's the thing with Jamaicans. That's the thing with Jamaicans. When boys go through certain things, we are trained to not speak about it. If a man touch with certain way, if a man grape, we don't talk about it, we keep it inside of me. And then so many people wonder why men become criminals and why men become so heartless. And I was blamed again. Right? Well, Jamaica know about me now. Well, Jamaica know. Say that boy there, Uncle grew up him, and that boy there used to live at New Kingston, the Dolly, the same one where I do the play, Ray, him used to sell body, this, that. No one sympathized me. No one cared. Shout out to Rainbow Railroad. They helped me to leave Jamaica. I ended up in Argentina. When I was in Argentina, guys, it was a country that I had to, it was a white people country, a Chinese country. It was my first time taking plane. I took about, after you guys are free to come up and ask questions, as I say, and we can talk. As I say, I hope you guys don't come up and call no one's name. We're not going to talk about no one's name. We're not going to call no one's name. We're going to come up, we're going to be respectful. And none of you guys for gifts. I'm just here to speak my truth speak my mind and get off and give you guys what you guys wanted. And that's for me to get off social media. And that's just it. It's time for me to, spend more time with God and pray more and just ask God for guidance and protection as I'm going through my journey of change and my journey of peace and my journey of accomplishing my goals and my dreams that I want to accomplish, because I never came to America to do this back and forth with nobody. I never come forgot you that. I've been through too much in life. Right? All right. I ended up in South Korea. I took about 6 or 7 flights to reach in South Korea. When I went to South Korea, I had to learn a language that I've never heard. I don't know how to speak Chinese language. It was hard, but God's grace and mercy, I believed. And once you believe, you can accomplish and you can achieve. And I believe in God. And I fight the good fight. When I just got there, their asylum in South Korea is different from other countries. When they grant you the asylum, they just give you the entrance in the country. They don't respond for you where to go, whatever. You have to go to a shelter. So when they grant me the asylum, I didn't know what was going to happen, right? When they grant me the asylum, the lady just saw me, gave me a document, and she gave me a document. She gave me a document and an ID thing and said grant me the asylum to enter. She said also I have 6 or 7 months to renew the ID. I have to renew it every 6 or 7 months until the asylum was granted. Cause when they grant it's like it's not granted. It's like a process. I have to wait to know if it's granted. So until the asylum is granted, you have to renew that ID every 6 months. When she gave me the entrance, the entrance in the country, they grant you the entry, yes. So it wasn't the asylum wasn't granted. I have to renew it every 6 months, the ID, until my asylum was granted and they grant me my stay in the country. Yes. So, got the ID, and then she brought me through the whatever, the thing, the walkway, whatever, because I was still in the airport to the lockup in the airport. She brought me through, did whatever, and then to let me go in the airport. Say I can go now. So I was excited, but also I'm confused because I'm like, where am I supposed to go? So I went down to the customer service and I said, can you help me? Do you know anywhere I can go? Like, I'm a immigrant here and I need to, So the person at the front desk says, you got to go to a shelter. I know if other persons like you have come here before. Like, you got to go to a shelter. So I said, where's the shelter? I don't know where the shelter is. And she gave me a map and she circled where the shelter is and where I should go and what bus to take and what bus not to take and whatever. I took the bus and I arrived at the shelter. When I arrived, it was too late. So I had to sleep outside in the front part. I had to sleep at the front part. In the morning, about 6, 7, they came and I told them. They took me in, they signed my paper, whatever, my documents and everything, signed out the form. I was the only gay person there. I was the only person that was gay that was wearing makeup and all that. It was packed with men. It was strange for them seeing another male wearing makeup and stuff like that. I was bullied a lot there, but because of my respect, I ended up becoming friends with everyone that was in that shelter, all the males, because of my respect and me just being humble. Being there for about a month, I was very uncomfortable because the food that they cook, I don't eat. I just couldn't bother. I wanted to better myself, and I was like uncomfortable. So I started going out to a club every night, promoting myself till I was able to work in a club. And yes, I ended up get a job in a club called Q Bar. Big up Jay. Jay was my boss. I worked at that club. That was my permanent job. My hard work, the hard work that I put in allowed other persons from other clubs to request me and want to see me. And that made me be able to get other opportunities to work at other club. I ended up working at B1, which was a straight club, a mixed club, but mostly straight people go there. I was treated like a queen there. I was one of the best hard-working drag queen performer in South Korea that left my name and my stain there up until today. Me and Moya. And Moya was also a hard-working drag queen. I was one of the drag queens that was getting booked every single night in South Korea, and people knew it because most of you guys that was following me from them would see every night I was on live doing my makeup and getting dressed and ready to go to work to do my shows. Things was good. May I work, may I make my money, so I was fine now. I never needed to renew no ID. I didn't care about no ID, but that was not right. It was not. I became illegal in the country because I didn't renew my ID. And one day I was on live and the cops came for me. They came. I didn't renew my ID. I was illegal and I'm working in the country. And they took me. So look, after I did my show, they allowed me to do my show. That's how respectful they were. They allowed me to do my show. And after I finished my show, they told me, we have to take you in. When I went in, they gave me the opportunity to reapply for my asylum while in lockup. I have to stay in lockup if I reapply, or I can choose to go to a different country. If I choose to go to a different country, they will fund me to go to the different country. So I have two options. So I could have stayed, or they will fund me to go to another country. The country has to be a country that doesn't require a visa. And that's how I choose Argentina. When I was in South Korea, was I able to catch on to the language? Yes, I was able to catch on to the language. Yes, I was able to speak the basics because I studied it. So in South Korea, when you're saying hello, hello means 안녕. You can say it in different ways. When you're speaking to someone that's on your age level, you can say 안녕. 안녕. 안녕 means hi. 안녕 means hi. If you're going to speak to someone that's older than you, you got to be respectful. So you got to say 안녕하세요. And you got to also give them a bow because it's respectful. They deal with respect in South Korea. So a lot of you guys might be saying, 감사합니다. Yes, care. 감사합니다 means thank you. Yes, that's correct. That's absolutely correct, baby. So I do know how to speak Korean. I do know how to speak a little Chinese Korean language. I was just about to go and translate and speak a little Korean so that you guys can understand that what I'm saying is not lie. But someone just said, Carrie said 감사합니다, and that's Korean. She said thank you. So you guys, I don't need to go no further to translate anything because there was a proof just was shown to you guys. So after that, yeah, I ended up in Argentina. Another hard shit for me again. I had to learn a different language now, Spanish. Now, being in Argentina, when I just got there, I was excited because, as I said, I'm not in Jamaica, so I'm good. I'm good. As long as I don't end up at Jamaica box, I was like, I'm fine. At least, yeah. When I got there, I'm not a lazy person, guys. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to push myself out there and go after my goals and go after my dreams. I started going out every night. I started going out every night to promote myself. Because I wanted to do the shows. I wanted to do shows, whatever. One night, I was out. I called the Uber. The Uber was coming for me. The Uber was like 3-4 minutes away. But the Uber is like here in America, but a little bit strict. When you call an Uber, if you take like less than a minute to go out, if you take more than a minute to go out, they're going to leave you. They're just going to go and then just say, and just tell you that they left. So the Uber was 3 minutes away and I was wearing a white heels that was high. So I went out earlier before the Uber because I don't want the Uber to miss me. So when I went out, 2 guys came up to me at the time. Remember, I was in Argentina about 2 months or so. So I couldn't speak the Spanish that well. I couldn't speak it at all, basically. So the guys came up to me and they were like, they said something in Spanish. And I said, go away from me. I don't know you guys. Stop speaking to me. Go. That's what I was saying. So I'm assuming now that they understand that, oh, she's a foreigner. So they tried to rob me. They grabbed my bag to run with it. But you know I'm from Jamaica, so I'm not going to let go of my bag. So I resist of letting go of my bag and I pull it back. And the other one that was there pulled out something and cut me. Like to let go of my bag. To chop my hand like to let go of the bag. And I let go because I felt something like a sting. Like the chain on the bag cut me or something. I just felt a sting. And I let go of the bag. I let go of the bag. When I let go of the bag, guys, I started screaming. I mean, I'm defending the bag. I'm defending my bag with my money. I'm defending my bag. The bag I was defending. I was defending the bag. I never knew nothing about my finger getting cut off. I was defending my bag. That's what I was defending, my bag. Not knowing that my finger was cut off. It's when I felt something wet. Running down my hands. I feel my hand wet, sticky. I looked. I saw so many blood on my hand and I saw a little finger bone peeking out and my finger gone. I'm going to look at my hand, son. I started screaming. And I felt like I was going to die. I felt because I've never lost a part of me before. So I felt like I was going to die. In spite of me getting beaten up at Jamaica, burn up, shot, beaten, I've never lost a part of me. So I never know what to expect. I thought I was going to die. Some in my mind, me I say, like I'm preparing to die. Me I say in my mind, so I can't believe I come Argentina, come dead. Me have my family over here who are going to bury me. Like all those thoughts is going through my head. I feel like I got dead. I'm stand up and I look at the finger. I look at the answer with the bone and stick out and be a blood. The taxi reach and I run across the road with the taxi there. I'm going to go across the road over with the taxi there. I'm going to tell the Uber. I tell the man, I can't even talk Spanish. At the time, I couldn't even talk Spanish. I beg the man. What are the man care blood up? Up. Got to the hospital. May I beg him come with me? May I tell him to come with me? Because I don't know what I gotta tell them. I don't know what I gotta tell them. I don't talk Spanish. What really happened to me? I was like, why me? I don't talk Spanish. What I gotta tell them now? Jesus. He said, I for go on. I can't go on. He just go on. Then my guy said, just go on. He tell me for go on. I don't understand what the man I say, but the man I say for Guan. Guan is, you not have to pay me. Him like him, I say, you not have to pay me. When I tell me, I said to him, they took my purse. But me I talk English, but me don't know. But I know the man did that tell me for Guan. Him never care about no money, him just I say Guan. I'm going to go in there, I show them my hand. I don't know what to say. The guy at the front desk tell me, say, sit down, sit down. He tell me to sit down. I sit down for about 1 hour. Sit down for about 1 hour. I sit down for about 1 hour. I bleed to death. Not to mention when I got in and them a torture me. Them not put no anesthesia, them not numb my finger, them not nothing. Them just a cut down the bone with the something, then them cut down the bone for put the skin. I say, you see the black, you see the black skin, yeah? Remember, I say, up your state for day night for this, so, like them, yeah. Right? Them, they have to cut down the bone, because the skin, did cut, it was split, so they had to cut the bone down and bring the skin over and stitch it upon the next one, because, listen, may I see everything. May I see everything and I feel it. May I see everything and I feel it. This is why I say none of these bitches can put me down, because I'm stronger than any one of them will ever be. When me got you in a life, what I have went through in life, and what God brought me through, that has made me stronger than any of these weak bitches will ever be. Them can never be like me, because I'm strong, I'm ambitious, and I'm determined to win. And God will make me win. I'ma go through that torturement there. And I still came out. And 2 weeks after, I made that. A club, a dance, a work. I got through with the work at the club. And I was working 2 weeks. I made that on the sick and I danced in a club, pan on my head top. Till I made it into a reality TV show. Till I made it into a reality TV show. Till I made it into a reality TV show. I'm coming a reality show. You know, better than never know that. In a Spanish country, a Latin country, I make it in a one reality show. It woke me up. The reason why it woke me up, we're all Jamaicans. And when I sat down and I look at that, I said to myself, here. If I'm to die here, if God forbid, I'm supposed to dead in my house or in my room, and the same thing that happened to me. And the same thing that happened to me. Nobody not gonna know until my body starts smell. So I was scared. I was scared because I'm in a country that is very racist. I'm in a country that is very racist. Everyone knows that Argentina is a very racist country. That's why I was forced. I forced myself to learn the language so that I can understand everything that they say, so that I can also speak back, because I was scared to be in a country where I can't speak the language. I don't know if they're going to take my life, if they're planning to do me anything. So I practiced until I could have spoke Spanish. I go around people and I learn. The person that you guys call mother was a person that I've always respected and look up to, because that was the first trans woman I've ever seen. For those of you that are on Instagram, this person is a person that I was the only person that came out and spoke when everyone was against her on the media and everybody never that talk about the good what she do. I was the only person, the same little Dolly, the same little Kev, the same little 9-finger girl, the same little disabled girl in a class, me, same one, yeah. Me I take all of the name when you call me. The same little disabled ugly Dolly, me. And me they come out and attack and I defend and I speak good. And I say, yeah, should do for you know. Should do for you know. When you're under the gully, should feed, you know. Should do this, should do this. Me remind, and me, same one. When everybody never did acknowledge her. When nobody never me come out and speak when everybody was against her on Instagram at the time. Remember, guys, want to remember me, same one, Dolly, come out and say, should do feeling for true under the gully. So how have I become a hater now? How have I become such a hater and an ungrateful person? But we're not going to change off of the line. Right? So it was a little difficult for me there, as I say. It was not easy. Being in Argentina, it did look hard. It was a little difficult. That she went live. I'm grateful that she advocated for me. And I'm so grateful that all the women came together and helped. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart. And only God knows and God sees my heart. I am grateful and I will forever be grateful. And this is why I'm going to make the females who put towards me to be here, the females who put towards me to be here. This is why I'm not arguing no one. I'm not come America, come block the road and war and I'm on the streets because you guys didn't put towards me for be here, for coming to block streets and a war and a class nobody. Come here and make life better. I'm better myself and become somebody. Become someone. And that's why I'm not gonna block the road. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. I'm gonna hold my head straight. I'm gonna ignore all the negative things that they say about me, all the nasty things that they say about me, I ignore it. I will forever be grateful. When I came here, and I'm here. They're around here for about 2 months, about 2 months. Decided to go in the shelter because I wanted to get you my apartment. Got into the shelter, getting out of the shelter. I was always buying out argument for the person. I was always the number one cheerer. I was always cheering for the person. I don't understand how these people are so hypocritical to say I was jealous. Jealous over people for what? I've never been that type of person. I will never be, baby. I was never that person from Jamaica, so how am I gonna ever be jealous now? Every minute, me that buy out arguments. Every minute, people used to say to me, stop, buy out arguments, stop, put your mouth in the things that concern you. But I was just always loyal to this person. And I get the end of the shitty stick. So I just want you guys to know, because I've come to the end of telling you guys everything. It's a long time video. I'm sorry, as I said. I am changed. I would love to enjoy my change. I would love to just do me. I would love to do me. I'm not gonna argue with no one. I'm not gonna do this back and forth. Not gonna do this back and forth with no one. I'm gonna let the law deal with it. I'm gonna let the law deal with it. Because there's laws about everything that these people are doing on the media. I want to take the time out to say to all my LGBTQ plus members, I apologize for everything that I did in my past. To all my lesbians, to all my gays out there, my beautiful gay men, for all my gay women, for all the LGBTQ plus members, I apologize for everything that I've ever done in my past. I want to thank you guys for just loving me and accepting me for who I am, seeing my flaws. I'm asking in the mighty name of Jesus, the God that created heaven and earth, the God that said, let there be light, and there was light, the God that parted the Red Sea, Jehovah Jireh, my provider. I'm asking in the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion. God, your word declare, whatever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatever we loose on earth is loose in heaven. God, you see that I've never spoken ill of any of these people, mighty God. And they wish death upon my life. But God, your word declare, I shall not die, but I shall live to declare the works of Jesus Christ. And I will live to declare the works of Jesus' life. And I pray, mighty God, that you will have mercy upon their soul. Have mercy upon their tongue. Have mercy, mighty God. But I leave all revenge unto you. Because, God, I know you will let them live to see me. Because greater is in me than he that's with the enemy. Mighty God, I've done so much things in my past. But God, your word declare, who the Son sets free is free indeed. And you freed me from my past. So who are they to judge me? God, your word declare, he without sin cast the first stone. God, I thank you for everything that you have done and for what you're doing. I considered my prayer answered, sealed, and delivered. I thank you, Jesus. God is good. And God never give a man more than him can bear.